We good. All right. Yep. Dead in Hip Hop album review. The Game. Drill. God damn, what?
Did you do that on purpose? Damn. That's wrong as shit.
Motherfucker was in the zone too, boy. In rhythm. Dead in Hip Hop album review. The Game. Drillmatic. Heart versus Mind. We've done a lot of Game albums. So in terms of giving you a bio, he from LA. You welcome. Shit, I want to say this is like gotta be the 4th or 5th album of Game that we review. And I know that we've gone even further back on the Dead in Hip Hop podcast feed. So if you want more reviews, go over there. They're audio podcasts hosted by me and Ken. Sometimes we'll have Myke on there. We've had B on there, but just go check that out. You know what I'm saying? So if you want more reviews in a way quicker format, it's over there. But The Game, Drillmatic, Heart versus Mind. The first thing that came to my mind was, is he gonna recoup all of these samples, all of these featured artists? This shit is 2 hours long. This shit is like the legit length of a movie. It's like, bro, this took a lot of money to create. Chris Brown, A$AP Rocky, Kanye, Meek Mill, Cameron, Pusha T, Lil Wayne, Roddy Ricch. And even if they did a lot of this shit just off the muscle, the recording process, like the studio time, the sample clearances, it's like, damn, bro, this was a very expensive album to create.
I feel like
2 Chainz.
I feel like he probably doesn't always get charged for features and stuff because he's done so many. Because I know there's artists that, because I don't think Jay charges for features.
Yeah, I saw Jay just say that on the Kevin Hart joint.
So yeah, what? I think he don't charge
crazy.
for features.
Yeah, he says because he only does the music that he wants to.
He just does.
Is that new or has he always done that?
I think he's always done.
Mm-hmm. He probably has enough money to where it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's like he not. I mean, he probably can't
he had to.
I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure he did probably back in the day.
Yeah, he
like,
had
whatever.
to.
Yeah,
You know, on the way up, and I agree with you, Rod. I don't think he paid for all of these features. But still, even the studio time that it took to record all of this, the engineer, the clearing of the samples, because think about it, this thing got pushed back 3 times because he couldn't get all of the samples cleared at the first release date.
No, I'll give you the samples. It's a lot of samples.
It's a lot of samples in here.
But he kind of always does that though, right? On his album?
Not like that. Not to this degree. Like he'll have a couple, but not like this.
Okay.
Like, and here's the thing. I know Game is a little bit older than me, but we're still like in the same age bracket. So he used a lot of songs and samples that, you know, I grew up on, that I know he grew up on as a hip hop head. So I definitely appreciate the fact that he did it. And I know that some of these samples were not easy to clear. So again,
real quick, I just realized that a song is grayed out. World Tours with Nipsey.
with Nipsey.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
Has anybody heard that song?
No, I haven't heard it, and I don't know why it's grayed out.
Find it.
I just realized it. I don't think I realized that the first time I listened to this.
The only reason why I can maybe think why it's grayed out, maybe Nipsey's people didn't clear
it.
You know, because you know it was that weird situation as soon as he passed. Game creating the prolific label and all of that type of shit. And then if you watch some of Nipsey's people, like Jay Stone, I can't think of the big dude. I can't think of his name right now. But there's a couple of them just saying that Game was acting weird. So I don't know if that's a situation there. Okay. And obviously Game talks about Nipsey on the album. You know what I'm saying?
He talks about everybody on the album.
He always does, right? He's a name dropper. But I know that him and Nip go way back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Game was one of those first people that put Nipsey on. And Kendrick too. But either way, that's not about that. Yeah, he took him on tour when there were no names. And really put him on. But it's too long. And I know that he did the documentary too like that, but he split it up. Like I think to me that one was a little bit more digestible than this.
Why?
Huh?
Why? Because it's basically the same thing. He just didn't break it up into like a double album per se.
But honestly, I feel like that was the smarter play, and then even like the 2 parts dropped at different times too.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, like it didn't all drop at once, and it may have it's some years ago now, so I may be adding that in. But either way, I don't know. This one just felt long. It felt
Not
very
felt long.
It was long.
Okay.
Yeah, it just felt very drawn out. Like. It was just like, damn, there's more. Oh, damn, there's more. Damn, there's more. And I feel like there were so many good songs on here that it could have been condensed and be a really good project. And I'm not saying that he added filler. It's just, it's too fucking much.
I disagree, man.
It's just too much. You disagree with that?
I do.
Okay, how?
Because I think there are artists that can do this and get away with it. And I think Game is one of those artists.
Okay.
Because like you said, it doesn't feel like filler to me. And I think I was fortunate enough that we're reviewing this at this time because I'm in the middle of moving.
You got a lot of time to listen to
this
some shit.
album was perfect for me, and I probably would agree with you on a different day where I gotta listen to an album just to get it in time to listen to for to review it. But bro, like this shit was perfect for me. Like the tempo, the way it sounded, it didn't go that fast for me. For you, I was ready for it to start over again because I'm working all day because like I said, I'm in the middle of moving. So like I was able to just play this thing back to back to back, and it wasn't for me. It wasn't like bad music. It was just new music. It was hype music at points. It was reminiscent type stuff at points, and good rapping. I mean, it just had everything I needed in that moment. It was because basically what I was doing is almost like working out, in a sense or whatever. So yeah, man, this album was perfect for me. Like, but I get it. I get it. It is very long just for the average. Just sit down, listen. But you got people that listen to 2-hour plus podcasts and shit. So I don't know, man. It's hard to kind of gauge whether this is too long.
I could agree with you here. In the setting that you're listening to this, I definitely think makes a bigger difference. Me sitting down to listen to this, to put my analytical cap on, it felt like a bit much. In terms of working out, moving, being active, out and about, cleaning while this is on, I could see how it would be a much more enjoyable listen at that point in time. Because I agree with you. There's a lot of great rapping. And again, the samples, like how he used on Chrome Slugs and Harmony with Wayne on there. Like the Rugged Thuggish Bone, using that whole shit, that shit was hard. Wayne did his thing. So I agree.
You sure Wayne did his thing?
I liked him.
I didn't.
You didn't like him on there?
No.
Nah,
Wayne has been
lazy.
Y'all know what lazy?
I feel like he's been lazy in the last couple things I heard him on. It was
thing?
Jack Harlow's joint. He was lazy on that.
Right. But those are the only two that come to my mind.
I think it was another time I heard him too, man. I think it was like a radio joint that I heard him on. I was just like, I hope he's not regressing or whatever. Like I hope he's not going back to that lazy flow because he was on fire for a minute.
He was seriously on fire to the point where I was hyped for his next album. Yeah. The Jack Harlow thing was a little bit shaky, and then this one wasn't great.
No, I'm agree.
It really wasn't great.
He was on fire on the Conway joint. Yeah, he was on fire on that, and that was this year. So yeah, I don't know what happened, man. Maybe it's an old verse.
I was gonna say that too. You speak my mind. Like these might be old verses because this sounds like an old Wayne verse because it's got all the auto tune and shit on it, and he's not.
It is different.
Like really technical. Before.
Yeah. He wasn't the spitterific Wayne, but I liked him on there, like juxtaposition to Herbo and Game. You know what I'm saying? It was just something a little different, which I don't know. I liked. I also liked them on Op with NBA YoungBoy.
You a Op nigga? That song. That shit was hitting hard. I know Kevin was helping me move this weekend. I know I had put the album on at one point. And he said, I think that was the first one that he had heard that he didn't particularly like. I was like, I don't know, man. You need to hear it. Because we had it kind of low at that point. But like, man, I said, man.
The way Game was rapping on
the way that shit hit.
Is that the one that had doom?
That stepping in it? Yeah, that shit was hard, man. I was just like, man, when I was moving shit, almost broke my shit trying to move that shit because of the way that shit be hitting, man.
I also like Game on Home Invasion. That's another hard.
That's probably my favorite one. That's probably my favorite one.
The way he's spitting like that. See, and this is what I like about Game is that he could take what's popular or another artist and just make it his own type of thing. The joint with Fabio Foreign, right? Again, I said I'm not a fan of this whole drill music sound, but Game did it good, and I like Fabio in that drill music.
I think that's kind of what annoyed me somewhat with his album, with him borrowing those different type of styles and stuff.
Do it.
I know, but man, come on, man, bro. That's not you, man. That's the little kids, man. Let them have that shit. Like on one of these tracks on here, he was rapping like fucking Polo G. Polo G is on one of these tracks, ain't he? God, I wish I should have took a note then. Fucking which one was it? Was it Burning Chest?
It's too many, man. You ain't going if you don't know it, you ain't gonna find
it.
it.
It might have been Burning Chest because that was the first song where I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" And when I realized it was Game, I was like, "This doesn't even sound like Game at all."
Yeah, man. It's just that was the one thing I didn't like is when he kind of.
But that's the song he's talking about, though. The whole drill sound. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I also found at times that he was kind of. It's almost like he doubled down on what he normally does.
With the name
Except, with the naming, but this time he went with music. Like he was borrowing all kind of just samples and like change the game. That's Jay-Z all fucking day. Chrome Slugs and Harmony and shit.
La La Land.
La La Land. He was stealing all of the popular
Money Cash Clothes.
Yes, that's
Jay
Jay
too.
That's Jay
he
too.
did it off the first song.
Yeah.
He had Ice-T for whatever reason doing
I
his
am a
colors
night,
part.
Bruh.
And I was just like, I thought he had Ice-T, like a Ice-T actually on it. I didn't know he was gonna use the actual colors.
He did. I think Ice-T. That was
he redid
actually because it didn't. When I saw this, I was like featuring Ice-T. Okay. When I listened to it, it doesn't sound exactly the same as Colors. So I'm kind of wondering if he brought Ice-T to just redo his part.
And remember, he used Colors on 92 as well.
Right. That's
Yeah,
why this
so-
was weird. Ice-T has a lot of songs we could pick from.
Yep.
And why wouldn't he just have Ice-T rap a verse?
Yeah. When I saw it, it just made me hype for the Rock Marciano joint because he's gonna have featuring Ice-T on it.
Okay, so I'm with both of you.
Okay.
The shit is rather long. I do like comparing it to a podcast because there's some applicability there. I do feel like situationally this isn't bad.
Yeah.
Because I think collectively, sonically, there are some songs out here that sound good. That if you're not actively listening or if you're passively listening, like, okay, this is cool. Yep. Like I listened to it for the first time when I went to go pick up the kids. That's a 2.5 hour process or so. Because we get there early, you sit there and you wait.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I was like, let me perfect time to put the game on. And I'm sitting there just listening to it, waiting for the clock to strike 2:15 or whatever. And then I finished it when I was taking a walk. So I was like, in those situations, it's not that bad. I think I was listening to it when I was playing Madden or whatever. Like just in the background, it's not that bad. But when you have to sit down and say, okay, what is going on here? And let me try to dissect this, that, and the other. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is heart versus mind. Like, conceptually, is there something here that he's trying to do? I didn't hear anything. I just heard this just a collection of songs and stuff that he wanted to put out. And I thought, he rapped well. I thought some of the production on here was really, really good. It just over time, it got really exhausting. And right around track 26, it was like, okay, yeah, I'm out. I did like the one with Big Sean on it. Stupid.
Hell yeah.
Big Sean.
Stupid. That shit is so good.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a really good Big Sean hook, man.
Yeah, no, it really was.
Big Sean's verse was really
And the
fucking
verse
good.
too, yeah.
Like I just want to make sure that's a very rest in peace to my niggas. They still alive, but they just dead to me. Big Sean. I didn't know it was Big Sean until I went and looked at the track list. I was like, nah.
Oh, as soon as he started opening his mouth, I knew it was him.
Really?
Yeah.
He don't typically. I mean, maybe I can't say that. I can't say he doesn't typically rap like that because I don't listen to enough of him. But if he rapped like this more often and I heard other songs like this, I think I'd be a Big Sean fan, like a legit Big Sean
different
fan. Okay.
To me,
I think after the Kanye West Drink Champs interview, I think it put a different type of battery in Sean's back.
Well, shit, wasn't that like 2 months ago?
yeah, and I don't think it was that. I'm gonna give the guy some credit. I think it was Hit Boy.
I mean, he's older now. You know what I'm saying?
He
I
is.
don't think he has as immature bars anymore.
Nah,
I think he talks from a older perspective now.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's probably
I thought his
that's part of
voice
it.
sounded different to me.
But again, that's
Yeah, it did.
with age, your voice kind of changed over time too. So
It's not as high pitched.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
He's not.
Well, you act like this man
Nah,
just
they
went through
did something
puberty
to
though,
it.
bro. Like
Nah,
he's a
nah.
grown man.
A lot of his like some of his since what's the producer Hit Boy, since Hit Boy, his voice doesn't sound as high pitched, bro.
It-
But that's what I'm saying. It's not some overtime thing. I think
Right.
he consciously changed
Yeah.
his
But
voice.
Or
just like
maybe.
Cam, though.
Regardless, it sounds
He
better
didn't,
now.
he didn't get older and his voice changed. He's grown.
His voice
why I
got
say
deeper.
that-
That's what I'm saying.
It
No.
happens. Like a prime example, who was on this album was Cameron. Cameron don't sound like how he used to
Cameron
sound.
sounds different.
But
he
Cameron
sounds-
is old, so it would make sense. You know what I'm saying? He's not like decrepit.
Yeah.
He's a lot older than Big Sean.
Yeah.
So it would seem like it would make sense for Cameron's voice to change as he gets older because he sounds older. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Cam is in his 40s now.
right.
Big Sean just
Big Sean's
barely
in his,
hitting
what,
30.
early 30s?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought he was. I don't know.
Big
Sean is like
I-
late 20s, early 30s.
I don't
Yeah.
know if his voice changed. I think he may be changing his voice.
Yeah.
Well,
Regardless,
That's
it's
what I
a
think.
different tone.
Yes, and it sounds
we
great.
and we like it better.
It sounds great.
100%.
And his rap pattern was, in my opinion, was really nice on that song. It might just be a matter of maybe he changed it depending on who he's rapping with. I don't know.
Could be.
I feel you.
But Big Sean sounded great here.
You know another great feature, which at first I didn't know who it was until he made the line real like
Blueface.
very.
Who was it?
Huh? No, not Blueface.
That's never mind. Go ahead, Ralph.
2 Chainz.
Oh man,
I love 2 Chainz on here with on that Pusha T song.
What you mean you didn't know it was 2 Chainz?
No, I didn't know it was him right at first.
did.
See, now that face you gave me about Big Sean,
Okay,
I'm
well,
giving you
shit.
can't see it.
Yeah, I
but
can't.
I'm giving it to you about Chainz.
Okay.
I knew that was Chainz the second he opened his mouth.
Man, when
Damn,
he
sounded
when he
great.
said I got a couple of chains, I'm like, okay, I know who it is.
Oh, he sounded
like
so
it just
good.
guaranteed it. I'm like, wait, hold on.
and when the drums hit,
It wasn't even when the beat changed. You're right. Oh, geez.
God.
Yeah, that was one of the hardest ones on
God.
here.
That's
bro.
not even a song you'd expect 2 Chainz to rap
No,
over.
but you know what? But I did see an interview earlier on where the last 2 Chainz project, he said like he's trying to get away from trap music. Like he's trying to make this type of
been
music.
doing that for
I
a
want to
while.
hear that.
Own person. He's not trying to make
That'd
trap
be
music
dope.
no more.
I wanna hear
like
that.
he's trying
Yeah, I
to
think
do
it
this.
started with him jumping on that De La Soul thing, and then his own album, he kind of started to do some different sounding stuff.
Yeah,
as
because
well.
De La praised him and like,
Yeah.
yo, y'all don't know. Chain got bars from
And now
real.
he's just letting everybody know. But that he's been putting that out there for a minute.
Yeah. Now he sounded great on
Yes.
that. Oh, he sounded so
Yes.
good on that.
It's interesting the people that he got together for that, like him and Pusha T together. I was like, that's
Yeah, because Pusha T
interesting
set it
match.
off. Boy, ooh, he set it off nasty.
I thought you said he sounded off.
No,
yes,
he
he
set it
did
off.
set it off. I
Yes.
agree,
Yes.
100%.
You know what song on here
Which one?
led me a different path versus how it started? Because there's quite a few songs that started a certain way and then it went right and then
Ruby's
or
Rose.
left. The one with Twista, Ruby's Rose.
Yep.
Bro,
They got me
hey,
too.
Hey, I'm like, hey, this adrenaline rush Twista, bro. I had to sit up. I'm like, hey, wait, hold
I
on.
was
Hey,
ready.
We going here? And then the beat changed immediately and then he went a different way with Jeremiah. I'm like,
Yeah, man, that was a letdown.
Yeah, it was
Cause I'm like,
weird.
why is he making a song about spelled differently? But like, Ruby Rose, but Ruby
Oh, is that
Rose
what it's
was
about?
the
I know who Ruby Rose is.
yeah. That so which
was Ruby
that's
Rose?
She's the actress. Sorry, go ahead.
that's the white actress, right?
Yeah.
that's what I got confused.
oh, I thought it was the IG.
It is the IG.
Yeah.
Ruby Rose is RUBY. She spelled this one with the I.
Oh.
I said the same thing in the car. I was like, why is he making a song about the actress Ruby Rose?
There's another
Who's-
Ruby Rose on.
Yeah,
I
she's
said there
an IG
has
model.
to be another one because that one I think she's
Yo, nasty.
yeah.
man.
Of course he would know.
Right,
I figured he would
immediately.
come let me know.
I mean, his flow is just unbeknownst. I don't think his flow would ever go out of style. Like,
Nah. It just, you know what? Because he just dropped a project. I think it's direction for Twista. And the beginning of that,
What's got an album out?
yeah.
he's good on features.
Sound like
He is good on features, and for me, it's all about direction. When you get him in that adrenaline rush mode, when you get him in the kamikaze mode, like Emotions and some other of those classics, he sounds perfect. Because like again, the beginning of that Ruby Rose song was amazing.
Nikki Beach was a good Florida or Miami song.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
You didn't think so? I'm not saying I like it, but I think in terms of the context of what he was going for,
I
Yeah.
get you.
I think he nailed it.
I'm starting to go more into my roots of this type of music, right? Like the
That's what's up,
urban
man.
Latino shit, right?
That's dope.
And this beat is cool. And I think, again, Ken, I agree with you. I think he nailed what he was going for, but I think that it could have been just a little bit better overall. With the who's that singing on here?
Tory Lanez.
Yeah, Tory did his thing for it to be a Canadian dude sounding like that. I thought it was pretty cool.
Chris Brown was
that song
horrible.
was horrible. Bro.
Which one?
That Nikki Beach.
You thought it was horrible?
I thought it was atrocious.
That's one of my least favorites.
That was the only song on here where I was like, wow, this is really fucking bad. The rest of this I thought was cool.
Mm-hmm.
That song, I get what he's going for. I thought it was really bad.
I didn't really like Universal Love.
Man,
Which one?
bro.
The last one. We were talking about closing tracks earlier.
I don't even know if I remember the last
Yeah,
one.
that's
With Chris Brown.
Yeah, that's not.
That shit
that's
is
not
Chris
Chloe.
Brown's-
I get the move. The move is obvious, right? You got Chloe and Chris Brown. That's a radio song, and it's called Universal Love. I mean, like he obviously was going for radio on that one, but man, nah,
Was that one worse than
Bruh,
Nikki
it's so
Beach to you?
bad.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
Chris
I
Brown
think so.
sounded horrible.
I think so.
Really?
Yes. I don't know what he's doing with his singing voice, but it's weird.
I like Chloe though. I mean, she did the little Janet thing. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I'm a big Janet fan, so yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool. And Chloe's cool. I like Chloe. I like what she's been doing lately.
Another dope one to me was "Talk to Me Nice." Love the sample. I think Meek did his thing. Moneybagg Yo did his thing too.
That was another one that I wasn't hot on off this
Really?
album. Yeah, I ain't like how Meek sounded, man.
Really?
Ooh, I disagree with
I
you.
didn't like how he
And I'm not
sounded.
even like a Meek fan like that, but I thought he snapped.
Anytime it came on, I played this thing several times, but anytime it came on, it was just like, yeah, I'm telling y'all, bro, I've been working my ass
Oh,
off,
but
bro.
shit, that's like
Bruh.
several.
Yeah,
seven
bro,
times
several,
too.
and it's not even exaggerating.
That's like
man.
going to medical school listening to this shit 3-4 times.
God,
Jesus
So it's
Christ.
Sunday, Fridays. I've been playing this shit.
So you still listening, huh?
Huh?
You still listening to it?
Nah, not now.
So you started when?
Friday.
And when did you stop listening to it?
On the way here, after I came into this door.
Damn. So that's like 3 listens.
You stupid as hell.
Hey, what's that sample on "Talk to Me Nice"? 'Cause I know it's
Um,
very famous. I can't think of the name.
I can't remember that song because, like I said, it wasn't one of my favorite.
Oh,
you almost there. You almost there. Come on.
Tila.
There you
Oh,
go.
Tila.
There you go.
Tila. I remember
Featuring
that. Yep.
8-Ball and MTV.
Yep. Because
How you know that one? You know that one?
He looked it up.
Do you know the song?
No.
man, yeah, that song was huge, bro.
Like
I
I
might
knew
know
it,
it,
but
but
I
I
was
don't
like,
know
oh,
it
I don't
off the
remember
Yep.
the name.
Yeah.
Tila.
Yeah.
Oh man, that
Yeah.
was
That
one of his
shit's
biggest.
hard.
That was his biggest
Yes,
song.
it was. Yep,
was
I
his
bought that
biggest
album.
song.
How'd y'all like Killers?
I was okay.
With
I like the
Cameron?
beat. I really like the beat. I wasn't too crazy about Cameron. I wasn't too crazy about Cameron. Cameron's definitely sounded a lot better back in the day, but now this new Cameron, I don't think I'm feeling like that.
Damn, I ain't feeling camera.
ASAP.
I don't know what's going on here, guys. I don't know what's going on here.
What?
Why would they? What was that beat? That's not a beat
You
for
didn't like
ASAP
for A$AP.
Rocky.
Oh, okay.
Because I love me some ASAP
Yeah.
Rocky. Like I'm dying to hear this new shit. When I saw him on this, I was like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna go over. And the second that beat started, I was like, ew.
It makes so much sense though, because it's Jay's song, "Money Cash Holes," and
It might
Money
make sense to
Cash
someone
Clothes.
else.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. So when I heard it, I was like, "Oh shit, Money Cash Holes." You know what I'm saying? Like Money Cash Clothes, and it's ASAP. You know, he's all about the clothing shit. So I was just like, "Oh, that's dope as hell." That's always been a hard beat for me.
Yeah, me
that,
too.
You know, for Jay.
Yeah, if you're a
so
Jay
yeah.
fan, you love that
Yeah,
beat.
yeah.
Wait. Didn't the beat change?
It
Yeah,
did.
it started
I didn't like
off
the
different.
second beat. So
The se-
which
that's the
one
J
is the
beat.
second? That's the J beat?
That's
That's
the
the one
J-
I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
that's-
first beat I thought was fine.
No, yeah, it was cool.
The second beat I did not like.
It caught me off guard. It super caught me off guard, but
Okay.
But I liked it though. I still liked it.
I can't say I was disappointed with it. It was, well, okay, yeah, I can't say because I wanted something different. Like it
I wanted
wasn't
something
bad.
different for ASAP and Game. I was expecting something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And that beat was a bit too hype, I think. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I mean, yeah. So I thought that the majority of this project was actually good. I thought Game was rapping well. I thought the production was cool. I can't get past it being too fucking long. Like, I don't care who it is. I don't want to hear two hours of my favorite rapper. I just don't. He could be the best rapper on. I don't want to sit there for 2 hours. And my thing is, I wasn't moving. I was at home. I put it on for a while, and I was like, all right, listening to it intently. And then I looked down. I was like, wait, this shit is an hour and 59 minutes? And I was like, okay, no. So I let it play while I was cleaning the house. I cleaned my entire house and the album was still going. And I went and looked, and I was like, how is there still 5 more songs? This is crazy. And the thing about it is, there's a couple songs on here like that, but I don't think Game is shooting for the radio. So what is the reasoning for making a 2-hour-long album? And the thing is, again, it's not that it's bad songs. I didn't like Op, and I didn't like the Nikki Beach. I didn't like those 2 songs. Those are the only 2 songs where I was like, okay, these are not good songs to me at all. The rest of this, I was like, okay, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. Okay, this is cool. It's just too much, and it's too long. So I really kind of be interested in hearing Game explain, one, what the title means, Drillmatic, Heart versus Mind. I'm not really sure what that alludes to, but I'd like to hear him explain why he made a 2-hour-long album. If there was a concept here, I think it would be a little more interesting. But I don't think that I didn't catch the concept, and none of y'all talked about a concept, so I'm assuming I'm not missing it.
But it was one song where it was a woman talking about what did she say exactly? It was like how he gets mad about something and he goes out and he creates problems for everybody else. So to me, it kind of sounded like,
letting his heart take over.
Letting his heart take over. Letting his mind, something like that. So that's kind of what I felt like. If you listen to the songs, maybe it has some sort of underlying meaning with that. I'm not sure. But when I heard that, I was like, I wonder if that's kind of the tie to all of this stuff.
So what's the Drillmatic part mean? Do you know?
Well, I know he talks about guns and stuff when he's talking about drills and stuff like that. So I don't know if that has something to do with it.
Okay, so I think that's kind of my issue here, guys. Is for a 2-hour-long album, if there is a concept, I feel like we should have figured it out after 2 hours.
Yeah.
Especially if Rod listened to this motherfucker 12 times.
Conceptual albums, they create like a world and a feeling.
Yes.
Like Vince Staples. This didn't do that. This felt like a collection of songs. This didn't feel like, like there's something more than music happening here. I never got that feeling. So
maybe there's not. Maybe I'm reading way too far into it. Maybe it's just a collection of songs. But if I'm looking at it from just a collection of songs standpoint, it's a fine collection of songs. There's outside of 2 songs, to me, there's nothing on here I take that back. Outside of 3 songs, there's
Rocky
nothing. The Eminem Jam. There's nothing on here where I'm like, wow, this is bad. All the rest of these songs, I'm like, wow, this is a good fucking Game song. This is another good Game song. Wow, Game is rapping really well here. But it's just, I don't understand why it's 2 hours long. Yeah. So that, to me, that hurts it. So I can't see, because I'm one of those guys that I don't pick certain songs off projects and skip around. I'm a weirdo, so I want to listen to an entire project if I put it on. Yep. I can't see myself wanting to put this 2-hour-long project on again. Because to me, the songs weren't good enough to make me want to return to a 2-hour-long project. The songs were just cool or good, but they weren't like, oh, this is amazing, I need more of this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not really sure what he was kind of going for here. I'd be interested to see a couple interviews maybe to hear him talking about it. But yeah.
As far as long Game albums go, I definitely prefer the documentary 2 over this one.
Yeah, the songs were, I was going to say, I didn't want to interrupt you earlier. I'll interrupt you now. But yeah, like, I think the songs were just better.
Yeah, they were.
Those songs were,
had energy, had, a little bit more.
He was hungry then.
It felt hungrier.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel as hungry.
Nah, I feel like with this album, Game feels like he's cemented already.
Yep.
That album, it feels like, oh, y'all think I'm 50 Sidekick.
Yep.
We're not having that.
Yep.
Let me show you what I can do. So yeah, I'm with you.
I even like the little Drake little interlude.
That was funny.
I didn't get it. Drake with
he was just like
braids.
He asked him for a feature, and Drake is like, "Hey, bro, I'm like too busy. I can't get to the music right now. Whatever."
Oh, that really was Drake?
Yeah. Drake with the braids.
I didn't think that was really Drake. I thought he was making fun of him or something.
Nah,
I didn't
really
get
Drake.
He made fun of him on a song though. He's like, anything could happen. Drake got braids.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so he's just playing around.
Yeah,
he's not
with
being
him.
serious.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
playing
not
with him.
serious.
Yeah, so
Got
that was really
it.
Drake though. When you talking about the Big Steppers or something like that.
Nah, he said something about swinging the ratchet, Kendrick. What does that mean? That wasn't a diss, I assume.
I don't think he was dissing him.
I was confused by that. And then he had the Big Steppers thing later, so I was like, I don't really get what's going on here.
Nah, there's infinite love between.
That's
Game
what I
and Kendrick.
thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And he said, "I hope you on your 10th billion play." Like
Yeah, I just didn't get with that line, man. I think there's shit on here that I just didn't catch.
Yeah.
I was hoping y'all did, but
there's 3 tracks. One of them that you said that you would get rid of is the Black Slim Shady. Why is that?
You would get rid of it.
The Black Slim Shady? I didn't say that, but yes, I would.
Well, you said there was 2 that you didn't really like
There
that
were
you would
3
skip,
that I didn't
and then
really
the third
fuck
one
with.
was that.
Yes, but I'm saying I didn't say necessarily that I would get rid of it, but I would
Get
get rid
that
of
track
that
the
song.
fuck out of here.
I'm not gonna be disrespectful like that.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say all that. I'm just saying
But
that
you would though. If it wasn't game, you would though.
No, I'm not gonna know. But I'm
fuck.
saying it's first of all, it's 10 minutes long.
It is long as shit.
And it didn't need to be 10 minutes long. So looking at how long this album already is, the fact that that wasn't even the final track, it was like somewhere towards the middle of the end. It was like, why?
Yeah, that's what he does. Everything he did on this album is what he does. Like that song where he had along with the 300. What is it called?
300 bars.
300
and then 500 bars.
But
And then he did
them
500
shits were
bars.
different.
It was different. It was
Them
different.
shits were, see, Ken's one being disrespectful. I'm not.
What'd you say?
I said they were actually good.
Oh.
Game is going at, even though I think the whole Game versus M thing is kind of corny. But
Is it though?
yeah, I think it's pretty corny.
It's one-sided, ain't
It's
it?
super
it-
one-sided,
exactly.
and it doesn't seem like M did anything to start this.
It didn't stem from nothing. Like
Right.
it's not rooted in nothing. He just manufactured it,
And
because.
Yeah.
So the second question I had to this whole thing, right? Like the first thing I said was this is an expensive album. The second one was, has Game become the biggest troll in hip hop?
This isn't a troll to me.
It's not.
No, this just doesn't.
So what is this?
It just doesn't make any sense. My thing is, if Game was just like, cause I've heard Game said a million, I'm better than him. I'm a better rapper. He said it on Drink Champs. That's fine if he feels that way. That's
As he
totally
should.
fine. No, that's not. I disagree with that. Why not? I don't think rappers should feel like that they're better than everybody else, because sometimes you're just not.
Game considers himself a top tier lyricist, and I think if you're in that category of lyricist,
Sure.
you have the ability to say I'm better than you, because you can literally go and do your best against whoever you say that you're calling out.
Sure. But I don't think, you said as you should. I don't think every rapper should feel that way or say that. I really don't. Like, I don't want to name, okay, so Riff Raff come out and say, yeah, I'm better than M?
No,
Oh,
but-
that's what I'm saying.
No,
Not
no,
every
I
rapper
think-
should say that shit.
But what I'm saying is Riff Raff is not at that tier of MC.
But a lot of
Sure.
rappers say that.
A lot of rappers say
and,
that.
and they always fall back on that same excuse. I'm a rapper, so I should feel that way, right? No.
So do you think Game can? Is that's the
Do I
question?
think Game is a better rapper than M? I don't think he showed it on this song.
No, what I'm saying is that do you think Game is
he
one
should
of those
believe
rappers
that.
that
He could believe that.
I think that at times, Game has definitely showed himself to be a better rapper than Eminem. Absolutely.
Okay.
But what
No,
were you gonna say?
keep finished.
You're not
Keep
gonna
going.
finish?
No,
So,
yeah.
are you not gonna forget? I mean, so him saying that, prefacing, I am a better rapper than M, and then the news coming out, oh shit, there's a Game diss on the next album, and it's 10 minutes long. And I was like, okay, this should be interesting. I was thinking of 500 bars Game. I was like, oh, Game gonna tear Eminem's ass up, even though Eminem didn't deserve this. He ain't bothering nobody. He's over somewhere, still trying to rhyme orange. Like, leave Eminem alone. But then the song started, and I was like, this is not very good. And then when Game was actually rapping, I was like, wow, this is not great. I feel like Game could do 10 times better than this. That's my point. 500 bars, and was it 200? 300. 300, 500 bars, that was top tier. I'm tearing motherfuckers' asses up Game. This wasn't that.
I was definitely disappointed, and it felt very gimmicky to me. And I think that was the issue, like him rapping like him and doing this, that, and the other. Like, I didn't feel any real punch.
No.
And that's what I feel like was missing, on the track. Especially gonna go 10 minutes long and break it up into all these different styles of Eminem. But yeah, it's just like you're saying that he's not played in the clubs or in the hood or whatnot and stuff like
Not
that.
penetrating the culture.
Yeah.
I like the track. It was fine for me. But and I think for me, like I didn't have any anticipation. I didn't know he was doing this track. I hadn't heard it. Only thing I had heard is that he said something or he was beefing with Eminem. So for whatever reason that left my mind. So when I heard it on the album, I was just like, oh, okay, I guess he really is. Or whatever. So yeah, I didn't have any expectations for it. So I don't know if that changed it for y'all at all. But because I didn't have any expectations, I found it interesting. I was like, oh, this is interesting, trying to use different Eminem flows. I can see how you thought it was gimmicky, but I'm used to Game doing shit like that. I'm used to him just taking flows and trying to do it better or do it in general just to see if he can. And I thought he did it effectively, honestly. And I thought he went at him very hard on that last verse. I thought he went at him, yeah, man. How we would go hard at him. Like how we say, yo, Eminem just is not the shell of himself like right now, or like he just hasn't been himself. And he said on the hook, he was just like, pick up that pen, stop. Oh, it was a bridge. Pick up that pen, stop being lazy, you so shady, or some shit like that. So I was like, wait a minute. Is he trying to tell him like, yo, step your shit back up? You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
not a diss.
But my point is like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. At the end of it, it didn't sound quite like a diss. So I was a little confused. Was this an actual diss, or was this like a letter saying, get your shit together, bro? I'm not as critical of the song as y'all are. Oh, we're not. I guess not you, but as Myke and Ken. So yeah,
I don't know. Like it is one of those things where I feel like Game could have went harder. It's not bad.
When you say go harder, what do you mean exactly by that? Because if he's not truly dissing him, or the intention isn't to like directly just diss him like that, and more of a like, yo, I can flow like you, and I can try to do it better or whatever. Do step your shit up, step your pen back up.
I feel what would have been more impactful.
Okay,
take some Eminem beats, and how he did
Well,
3 and 500.
that.
Why not?
because Eminem's not gonna clear that.
He might
Yeah, it
not.
wouldn't have been clear. So I don't think that. But I
Maybe
think
he did it, and
that's what I'm
that
saying.
put a heart on the album. Time.
he did. Game said he was betrayed by a lot of people in this process, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we've heard a very, very vicious Game.
We have that didn't feel like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
But I don't think he wanted to be vicious. I feel like he was going hard at 50 more so than M, because I think he still has animosity against 50. I don't think he has real animosity against Eminem. I think he just thinks
It's
he's
manufactured.
better. Yeah.
With
When you say manufactured, again, I don't think it's a manufactured thing. I don't think he's trying to start a beef. Is he trying to start a beef?
well, I think he's trying to start a rap beef.
Okay.
Right, like it being about lyrics on wax. Like I don't think he's trying to be like what it was with him and 50.
Like,
shooting
see me
up
in the
this
club,
radio-
like, yeah.
I don't think that's what Game wants with M.
Yeah.
I think what Game solely wants is let's rap about this shit.
What's not making sense is he has a line in the song about Haley,
I heard that.
which he knows is what will actually get under M's skin.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's making comments under Haley's pictures on IG. It
in
was
real
something
life.
about- yeah, in real life. And it's something like, do you rap too? Or something like that. He said something under her pictures, which M knows, like everybody knows that if M sees some shit about Haley, that's when M's gonna get mad. So that's why this is all extremely confusing. Because if it's what you're talking about, saying, "Oh, well, just get your shit together and pick up your pen," you wouldn't be trying to like poke.
No,
and
I
talk
get-
about
yeah,
the man's
I agree
girl
with that,
or the
yeah.
man's daughter.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It's not as impactful, dog.
It's really not.
He didn't smack Eminem.
No.
Like if this was a boxing match, this motherfucker was just ducking and maybe throwing a jab or two, and that was it. Like
This was a hug. This wasn't even like he didn't hit. And this is not shitting on Game. I just don't get what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because again, even on this album, we heard much better rapping.
Yeah.
So for this to be a diss against the biggest rapper or one of the most famous rappers of all time, why?
Was
I
it a
think it
full
was
hug or a shoulder tap?
It wasn't even like a Christian side hug. This was like an embrace. I literally, when this song was done, I was like, I don't know if he hates him or loves him. I don't get it. So that's why I'm saying when you talk about trolling, if this is trolling, then why? I'm confused.
I understand y'all saying that he could have did like a hit 'em up type of thing, but I don't think that's what he was going for. I don't think he was going for the hit 'em up
Then
route.
what was he going for? Explain this to me.
I
'cause
think
I'm
again,
lost.
he was going for like, yo, your pen is weak right now. You need to step your shit up. I'm better than you.
I think what Game truly wants is an Eminem response.
Yeah.
And he did not lay it out for M to respond.
Exactly.
That I think it's
Perfectly
as simple as that.
put.
I think the root cause of this is Dr. Dre chose Eminem and
Yes.
50 Cent for the
Bowl.
halftime show in LA. That's when it started from Drink Champs. And he
Yep.
kept talking about them people getting chose why he wasn't chosen. He felt salty about it then. I feel like that's where it's rooted in, that he didn't get chosen for the half, and you chose Eminem, you chose the white boy. He already went at 50, so you can't really say much at 50, and he throws shots every now and again. And so I think that's a piece of it, a big piece of it, and he's wanting the response.
So I didn't know that, because I was gonna kind of say what you just said, Myke. Is I felt, and actually what you just added too, is that I feel like Game may feel like he's better than Eminem, but he doesn't get recognized as being better than Eminem. It's always, when it comes to top 5, Eminem's name is in there. And I think even top 10, Game don't ever get mentioned.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think he may be trying to get some type of
But then
recognition.
show why you should be in that spot. And I don't think this 10-minute long song did that.
It did it. It
Other
did it.
songs, 500 bars,
Yes.
Yes.
showed me that
100%.
Game is not someone to fuck with.
Yep.
300 bars, same thing.
Yep.
This song didn't do that. And that's why I'm just drastically confused.
Yeah.
Forgot about that shit.
We gotta pick 10.
No, we don't.
No.
My favorite tracks on here, give me Home Invasion, give me Op, give me No Man Falls, give me Talk to Me Nice, give me A Father's Prayer, and give me give me Easy.
One time I feel like set this shit off, man. Like when the beat came on, and like I don't know, I really like One Time. Home Invasion is probably one of my favorite songs. I like this flow on that. Oh, La La Land. I did like it was super West Coast. Like, oh man, yeah, I like that one. I like that one. Heart versus Mind. Start from Scratch 2.
All right, that's 5.
No, that's 4. That's 4, isn't
That's
it?
5.
I do remember liking Op.
You a op, nigga.
No Man Falls.
Ooh, I'm crippin'.
Do Fuck With Stupid. Shit. Give me One Time. And Ruby's Rose. I like the way Twista said it all.
Yeah, he did, bro.
Yeah, but everything after that was kind of.
I agree with Rod 100%. One Time set this album off perfectly. I'm also gonna go Outside. I think him and YG were just an unbeatable pair
that was good.
on that shit. Both of them showed up and just killed it. No Smoke at the Polo Lounge. I had to step out. No one talked about this, bro. That song, boy, catch you in my crosshairs. You better have God with you. Game rapped his ass off on that fucking song, man. Especially the whole second verse was just insane.
And the beat was nice.
And the beat was nice. Yeah, the beat was really nice. No Man Falls was super dope. I think him and Pusha and Chainz were a really good pair. And Stupid was just
Shit going stupid.
really fuck with that song, man. I would never think in 2022 I need to hear Game and Big Sean on a jam, but that song was hard.
Game, if you watch it, hey, look, bro. Probably one of the biggest fans on the Dead End Hip Hop set of you, but I can't front, bro. This album's long. This album is long. Now, you definitely have some really good moments on here, but just from a listener's, from this one perspective listener, I just wish it was a lot shorter. That's all. Outside of that, man, look, you've been criminally underrated in my opinion, even on that GQ list of 500 greatest albums, 100 greatest. I remember, like, documentary wasn't even on there, and if it was too low. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that not enough people give you the respect that's due. You know, like, you really held the West on your back for a minute until it came back, and that has to garner immense respect. And the fact that you're still, in my opinion, a top tier lyricist, that's also, like, people don't mention you in those type of conversations, which they should. But I don't know if this album pushes that conversation to that. Not a bad album. I'm a fan. There are joints that I probably will add to a playlist, but going back to revisit this entire thing, I don't know if I'm that person. But good project. I know you keep, just like in your Little Drake skit, talking about, oh, this is gonna be my last. I don't see that. I feel you're one of those people, like, these songs write themselves for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't take any effort, but that's just how dope you are. So I don't see this being your last one. So obviously I'm looking forward to future collaborations, future features, and future projects. But Game, you still a real one.
Yeah, man, I didn't really have a problem with it, but I was in a different situation when I was listening to this album. Like I said, fortunately, I was doing some moving from one house to another, so I had plenty of time to listen to it. So from that perspective, I feel like it was fun, you know. And I'll just bring it up again. I know people not these days, they listen to, like I said, 2-hour plus podcasts. And so, you know, if it's music that you like from an artist, I don't see any problem with, you know, having a 2-hour album. But I do understand that for some, or for a lot of people, that this could be a task. You know, like, yeah, 2 hours is a lot to try to get through an album, especially if there's like a concept or something here. So that, with that said, yeah, that could be a little long. But hey, man, you make good music. So, you know, if you got a lot of shit to say, a lot of stuff to produce, I mean, hey, why not? You know, like, I think you're one of the few artists that could, you know, that have the ability and the artistry to be able to create that many songs and it actually be dope or whatever. I think a lot of people that would do this probably would sound like filler. But I think most of this album is good. Thanks for another project. You know, I agree with Feefo. I think you are a top tier rapper. I think you have proven that at this point. You put the West on your back at one point. And so, yeah, man. Good job on that album.
Good collection of songs, and I think once I came to the realization that that's what it was, I was perfectly okay. So yeah, good collection of songs, good rapping on here, good beat selection. Even though, you know, you were revisiting some of them, I think there was enough of a twist, or it just took me down memory lane just to hear an updated version of it. I don't know, but either way, good collection of songs here, and I enjoyed that. And I think what's interesting about the length, which is probably one of the biggest complaints, because the consumer's mind is, when it comes to music, it's kind of shifted to shorter albums. To Rod's point, if you're a fan of this artist, then this is what you want. And it kind of takes me back to the old school days of when No Limit would have 20, 30 tracks and hour-long albums. Like, when I spent my money, I felt like I got my money's worth. So yeah, good collection of songs. I enjoyed my listening experience here. And I'll just leave it there.
Game, I do agree with Feefo and Rod. I think that said this, that you are an underrated rapper. I think you're a great rapper. But like I said earlier, I'm the type of person that when I listen to an album, I want to throw it on start to finish, because I feel like that's usually how the artist intended for their album to be listened to. So for a 2-hour long album that I'm not in love with like 98% of the album, then I feel like it's a bit of a task to put on a 2-hour album. I do agree with Rod that I think the vast majority of this album is really good. Great beats, great rapping. I do disagree with Rod in that I don't think that there are many artists that can do a 2-hour long project where I'd be like, I'm ready to hear this 2-hour long project. It could be my favorite rapper in the world, and a 2-hour long project is gonna be a bit of a deterrent. But all of that said, you do what the fuck you want. You know what the message you're trying to get out there. But I think for this long album, there were multiple points where I kind of wasn't really getting the message. Overall, great album, great rapping, a little bit confusing at times, but that's okay. And yeah, if this is your last album, cool. If it's not, cool too. Damn, why are you just gonna say this, man? You know. But yeah, either way, good job.